Hi, I'm Zahira Alifia Vijaya,
I'm Clement Jason.
and we're from Tsinghua University.
Our project is AI-based village VPP for Bali's energy transition. And here's our project presentation. Bali is one of the most beautiful places on earth, but behind the paradise lies a hidden energy struggle. The island's grid was designed for a different era. Today, over 6 million tourists visit each year, and their presence creates a wild swings in electricity demand. Most of Bali's power comes from the Bawang coal power plant in the north, which supplies 3 units of 142 megawatts each, and from a fragile undersea cable connecting to Java that delivers another 340 to 400 megawatts for a JVC cable. That cable is a single point of failure. If it trips, as it has before, the island loses nearly a third of its power electricity. To handle these daily evening leaks, the island relies on diesel and gas peaker power plants at the Sanggarang and smaller diesel units scattered around the islands. The cost of running these diesel plants is staggering, about 5,514 rupiah per kilowatt hour. Compare that to the average electricity tariff in Bali, which is only about 1,342 rupiah per kilowatt hour also, and as low as 1,439 for households. Every time a diesel generator fires up, Balan loses money, and building more large power plants is nearly impossible here because land is scarce and sacred. A utility-scale solar power plant will require 150 to 200 hectares of flat land just to replace a 100 megawatt coal power plant. But prime land in tourist areas like Seminyak or Canggu can cost anywhere from 1.5 billion to over 7 billion per 100 square meters.
So we asked a different question. What if we didn't need a big power plant at all? So, our answer is simple but powerful, which is to treat every village as its own mini power plant. Here's how it works. We install rooftop solar panels and battery storage in homes, hotels, and markets across the village. In our phase 1 pilot, we are deploying 3.4 megawatts of solar capacity paired with 3,100 kilowatt hours of lithium iron phosphate battery storage across 9 diverse sites, including Bangli Hospital, Pasar Gairan Market, and government buildings. Then, we connect them also our AI-powered virtual power plant platform. Suddenly, the village is no longer just consuming power. It is generating, storing, and sharing it. We call this micro energy cell. The physics behind this is straightforward. Currently, power must travel over 176 kilometers from Colokan, Bawang to Sanur, and 141 kilometers from Bulimanuk to Sanur, crossing the mountainous Kedugul Highlands. Those long transmission lines lose about 5.11% of all energy as heat. By generating power right where it is used, we cut those losses dramatically. More importantly, placing generation and storage inside the village improves the voltage at the end of the long distribution feeders by up to 15%, keeping it safely within the SPLM 199 standard of +5 to -10%. That means fewer brownouts and better power quality for homes and businesses. And when you connect hundreds of these cells together, you get something remarkable, a grid that is flexible, resilient, and clean. We have a clear roadmap to scale this from 3.4 megawatts today to over 100 megawatts of dispatchable flexibility by 2030. Eventually, covering more than 300 villages across Bali.
Managing hundreds of distributed energy resources is far too complex for human operators alone. That is why we built an artificial intelligence brain to act as a co-pilot for the grid. Our platform uses deep learning models, specifically long short-term memory or LSTM networks and transformer architectures to forecast both solar generation and electricity demand at the village level with high accuracy. These models ingest a rich set of inputs. The output is a probabilistic forecast for the next 24 hours that adapts to Bali's unique socio-economic rhythms. Every 5 to 15 minutes, the AI solves a mixed integer linear programming or MILP optimization problem. The objective is simple: minimize the total cost of electricity while preserving battery health and respecting all physical constraints like inverter limits and transformer capacities. This allows the system to perform what we call peak shaving. Consider the typical daily pattern between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. solar production is high, sometimes exceeding local demand. But between 6 p.m. and 10 p.m. the sun sets and demand surges. Without intervention, PLN's fossil plants must ramp up rapidly to fill this gap, causing wear and tear and burning expensive fuel. Our AI prevents this. When it detects this evening peak approaching, it signals all connected batteries to discharge simultaneously, and it can also request participating hotels to slightly adjust their air conditioning temperature set points, a technique called demand response. The result is a smooth, manageable load curve instead of a sharp spike. In effect, the VPP acts like a virtual power plant that can be dispatched just like a real generator, but without the fuel costs or emissions needed.
What does this mean in practice? Let us look at the numbers.
By eliminating long-distance transmission, we recover roughly 5% of energy that would otherwise be lost as heat. That is significant for an island that already struggles with efficiency. Second, voltage stability at the end of long distribution lines improved by up to 15%. Third, and the most impactful economically, our system directly displaces expensive diesel generation. Remember, diesel power costs over 5,500 rupiah per kilowatt hour to produce, while the average selling price is only about 1,340 rupiah. Every kilowatt hour we save away from diesel and towards solar plus battery saves PLN money. When our VPP scales to 100 megawatts of flexible capacity, it effectively replaces the need to build a new 100 megawatt fossil fuel power plant that avoids an estimated $150 million in capital expenditure. Our proposal includes comprehensive training
Program for PLN regional operators, village energy managers, and local technicians to ensure that the knowledge and capabilities stay in Bali, empowering communities to operate and maintain the system themselves for years to come.
At its heart, this project is not really just about technology, it is about alignment. Alignment with Bali's culture, which has always valued balance and community. This initiative directly supports Bali Governor Regulation Number 45 of 2019, which mandates a clean energy transition for the island. But beyond policy, it offers a vision where every village becomes an active participant in the energy grid system, generating, storing, and intelligently managing power with a coordinated digital platform. A network of over 300 optimized villages can collectively provide dispatchable flexibility equivalent to a mid-sized thermal power plant, without the land, fuel, or emissions burden. We are a team from Tsinghua University,
And we believe that the future of energy is not gigantic power plant far away. It is local, it is intelligent, it is shared.
We invite PLN, the government of Bali, and the people of this island to join us in building this future.
A future where energy village is empowered, where the energy is resilient, and where paradise stays paradise.
Thank you.